The big story making headlines, that's been making headlines over the past few weeks in local football, has been the return of Marumo Gallants to the Premiership. And we are joined in studio tonight by the president of Marumo Gallants, President Abram Sello, to find out more about their return to top flight football. Good evening, President, and thank you for joining us on SABC.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening to viewers. We're happy to be with you.
Yes, thank you. Usually we address you as chairman. Now it's president. You're wearing a presidential shirt there.
Yeah, it's Madiba shirt.
A Madiba shirt. What's with the change of title, though? Is there a specific reason for that?
Yeah, there is some number of changes which we want to do, and then we want to focus more so that we can give the management of Marumo Gallants clear vision, clear strategies, and how things should be done, because we have learned much more through Africa, through our own country, and through the past seasons which we had. So now it has to be somebody on top there who can be able to pull the shots and say, okay, fine, this is the strategy we're doing. Are we executing it correctly or incorrectly? Then advising management probably. And then also link up this club nationally and internationally in a proper manner, which will all the viewers will be happy.
Okay, talking about strategy, talk to us about your strategy that's been heavily criticized of buying your way back to the Premiership instead of going the usual promotion route.
Yeah, the strategy is we want to compete like any other club in the PSL, and then we have seen us last in the African competitions, and we are the member of the African Club Association. And then the main thing is now how can we grow this particular brand and make it much more better. As about the criticism of buying back or going that, everything we do it according to the book. Yeah, if the book says this, we follow what the league needs, what the football fraternity needs, and we follow that up. It's either working through the field or either working through the legal book, and then that's why we are there. So the criticism, we take the positive criticism. We are humans, we are like anybody else. Let's get the right thing done.
But I'm sure you understand where it comes from, because football has principles where you must play if you are in a lower division to be promoted to the top division, and you haven't done that, and people are saying that you've taken the easy route here.
Okay, easy, but to us it's not easy. I think we are not the first club seeing this thing happen. You saw previous club where the club from NFD get promoted, and then the ones who have been a little bit limping the NFD as well, and then they buy that. I can give the previous old history of Real Tanda, Zulu and Namazulu, and also the PSL clubs buying each other. We saw Witbank Aces through
Cape Town
City. I can name it. So there is nothing new we have done, and nothing out of the handbook which soccer in South Africa is governed, which we have been completely out. It's either those two ways. Through hard work in the field or through this method which we've just used. There is no shortcut. And all are all painful, either physically or commercially.
And then you've mentioned you've been in the Premiership before. What lessons then? What are those lessons that you've learned to make sure that you avoid going back down now that you've bought the status of Moroka Swallows? Yeah,
I think mainly we learned quite a lot in terms of management. Managing the team, managing the players, managing the supporters, and also the environment we are working in. It's not as easy as such that you put the club and then next thing hit the ground running and all those things. It takes a lot behind the scenes to be all these clubs where you see them being there. Also is you make sure that you got the correct leadership, which the competent, let me not say correct, competent leadership, which will take the team forward and next season and season after the other until you last longer, where you can build up the brand and become among the reputable brand in the Premier Soccer League.
And you finished 11th in the NFD last season. Now, do you feel that you have enough quality in your squad to compete in the Premiership? And also, what happens to the players of Moroka Swallows, President?
Yeah, we've got more than quality according to our assessment. Remember, you're not going to just take the whole batch of players which finished 11 at NFD, say we are going to PSL. It has got certain qualities of players which it needs, certain competency, the enthusiastic method of the players and all those things. We have to beef up the stuff. We've beefed up our players through the international players like the Daniel Msandami, Rivaldo. Msandami comes from Zim, was playing at Johanninga Galaxy, very good player. We went to Namibia, we got a very good winger, Rivaldo. So we are emphasizing, we got the big names like the Pat Nange, and many more, which I won't finish if I read the whole stuff. So you see that it's like fun. What qualities do you need? Who qualifies to be in that particular thing? Do they share your vision? Do they share your destination the way you want it to be? And also getting the right technical team, which makes sure that you compete and you do proper diligence and work which is supposed to be done in the field.
Does it mean the Swallows players also go over to Marumo Gallants now that you've bought their status?
Yeah, according to the rules and regulations as the control by a governing body, those players who are contracted, you have to take them over. Unless otherwise someone who doesn't want to be. We had, I'll give you an example of Mteto, who has been with them, still having one contract, but now he negotiated himself to say, okay, I'll go and join Richards Bay.
Yes.
Free country, free decision. And then we have to do that. Those who are still with us, good. Those who want to go, good. But there are some which contract expired before we take over. Then most probably we don't do much about that because they are free agents now, they decide. But out of that, a quarter of them came back. We're still seeing them. They come and trial with us and you can look for better position within our football club. So we're still having them. And then most probably we'll see them when we start.
And then you decided to bring back Coach Dylan Kerr, who you've worked with previously. What's the thinking there, and have you finalized the rest of his technical team?
The rest of the technical team has been finalized, and we just have to introduce it. I won't say it now. I will do a proper press release. And then with Dylan Kerr, we had unfinished business. I mean,
that's what he said also.
They had said now he got work permit on the last day, just 2 days before we get relegated by then. But that is water under the bridge. Let's finish the business we wanted to do. He did a good job for us. While we were still TTM on our first attempt, we managed to save the club and we managed to get a silver medal. And I said, now with him, I said, now this is the person who can contribute, not better than anybody else, but the way we see him, the caliber we need, and we're happy with that particular one. And we went into camp with all those kinds of situations. He came back again. So you can't pin your best man on one mistake or a certain unfavorable result. Then you have to get those ones, put them behind the scenes, then you move. Thank you.
And talking about moving, the other big talking point is that you are set to play your home games in Mangaung, in Bloemfontein. What is the thinking behind that? Because we know that the club is from Limpopo.
The club, yes, is from Limpopo. We are born and raised there. And then even if when we take it for the first status that's in Limpopo, we continue it from there. And there's nothing wrong with Limpopo. And we're still having a lot of branches of Limpopo from Palabra to Mpumalanga and up to Northwest. And they're still our supporters and we are still part of them. Now going to Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein, let me say Freestad as a whole. We have been building a friendship with them after realizing that there is a thirst for football in that particular area. It is not easy just to go in straight and go out and play there. A lot of things because they have not been attended to for the past 3 or 4 years since Bloemfontein Celtics left out to be Royal AM. You still have to work out those things up, not easy. But the main thing is, can you do a delivery of football in that particular area? And we've been talking to them. In our last season before we got relegated, we played almost 4 matches there, 3 league games and a net bank with Sundowns. And they were very much happy. They said, we hope we're not going to go back and run away completely. We want to be the legitimate child of Freestad. Come and share the good thing with us, much more that now we are still thirsty and it's dry. And let's relinquish the whole thing. And they are happy to be that. We've got lots of support as well. Siwelele supporters. Now they even say we are Siwelele Samarumo. That's how the excitement.
Are you going to change the name?
No, we're
name
not
stays.
yet there. We're not yet there. You see, when you knock into somebody's house, you knock in, you greet, then you get accepted, and then the rest goes on. The rest goes on. But at the moment, we're doing very well with those supporters, and they're looking forward to keep us and then to become one with us. We're working very well with all levels of governance, municipalities, the provincial governments, the HODs. I say to them, thank them very much for the big job which I do. We really appreciate that before we can even start. Yeah. So now we'll be launching around between the 26th and the 2nd. We'll be relaunching during media release there, and then make sure that they understand.
You sound confident. It looks like you've learned your lessons from what happened in the past, and the people of Bloemfontein and the Free State are happy to have football back in that region, and we wish you all the best next season. The President will be following your progress, but thank you for joining us here on SABC.
We need more than luck. We need those best wishes. I think we can't go in there and disappoint them. Let them give us support. Let us give them a football, and then relinquish that particular thirst of football, and then everybody will be happy.
Okay, wonderful. That is the president then of Marumo Gallants, President Abram Sello, coming here to explain their decision to buy the status of Moroka Swallows and play their home games in Bloemfontein. They'll be playing in the Premiership next season.